I was named after a Game of Thrones character, and it ruined my life. My parents were obsessed with the show when it first came out. I was born right after the first season aired, and they thought it would be cool to name me Khaleesi. Not Daenerys, the character's actual name, but her title, which basically means queen in a made-up language. When I was little, I loved having such a unique name. I felt special and different from all the Olivias and Sophia in my class. I remember my first grade teacher asking me 3 times if that was really my name because she thought I was making it up. But as I got older, things got weird. Kids started watching the show and realized where my name came from. At first, it was just jokes about dragons and being a queen. I could handle that. I even got into horseback riding because of it, trying to be like the character. Middle school was when it got really bad. Kids would make jokes about me burning people alive or marrying my brother. They'd bow down to me in the hallways and call me Your Majesty in this mocking voice. The worst part was when they started making riding jokes because of the horse scenes in the show, but nothing prepared me for what happened when the show ended. Spoiler alert, but the character I'm named after basically becomes a crazy dictator who burns down an entire city. Suddenly, everyone was making jokes about how I was going to snap and kill everyone. Kids would literally run away from me in the hallways, yelling about how I was going to roast them with dragonfire. My biology teacher even made a comment about how I better not follow in my namesake's footsteps during a lesson about genetics. Last week was the breaking point. I was presenting a project about climate change, and this kid, Jake, yelled out that I should just burn all the pollution away like my character did to King's Landing. The whole class started laughing. Even the teacher was trying not to smile. That night, I went home and told my parents I wanted to legally change my name. My mom started crying and said they gave me that name because they thought it was beautiful and strong. My dad said I was being dramatic and that kids always find something to pick on. But here's what they didn't understand. I spent my entire childhood defending a name that represented someone who ended up being the villain. Every introduction became an explanation. Every substitute teacher became a conversation about fantasy TV shows. So, I did it. I went to the courthouse last month and legally changed my name to Hannah. Just Hannah, the most boring, normal name I could think of. When I walked back into school with my new student ID, nobody recognized me at first. For the first time in my life, when teachers called attendance, nobody laughed. When I introduced myself to new people, they didn't immediately start talking about dragons. I could just be a regular person. My parents were hurt at first, but they're starting to understand. My mom even admitted she never thought about how the show would end when they named me. She said if they could do it over, they probably would have chosen something different.